Welcome to the wetlands. With years of care, patience and persistence, it has helped to firmly establish this rich variety of trees, shrubs and native grasses that you see in front of you. Along the way, there have been many successes and of course, some setbacks.
One of the key elements for the regeneration of the reserve has been the shade house, right next to the old trout hatchery. With a double level of shelves for the pots and its neat irrigation system, it is the perfect environment to raise thousands of native tree saplings that are now growing in the forest. In the early days, it was a domain of one long-term volunteer, Len Francis.
He and his wife adopted the shade house as their little kingdom. When I came here, there was a sign on the front and the shade house was actually nicknamed Len's Den.
Today, the shade house is still in use, with school children and volunteers welcome to lend a hand with transplanting the many seedlings collected from the reserve.
We plant 1,000 to 1,500 plants a year into the reserve. To develop a forest, it does help to have some understanding of the dynamics of it. That you do have to provide shelter for the young seedlings. You do have to consider irrigation. You do have to consider what would naturally grow in particular areas. And so we've got different plants at different ages and stages.
Will it still grow?
Yes, it'll still grow.
Yay!
They were created to grow. I've got a bit of a feel for what goes where and why and when and how. I try and be a bit sensible. But sometimes if other people have planted areas, I think, why did you put that in there? But that's fine. Sometimes I've had to move plants because I just know they are just not going to survive there. But that's fine. People do what they can, and it's great.
Once seedlings have firmly taken root and reached a certain height, they are then moved to the outside shade shelters for hardening up before planting in the forest.
Look at this teamwork.
As the forest continues to develop, it naturally generates a steady and abundant supply of new plants, nurtured by falling seeds, berries, and those carried in by visiting birds.
Oh, look at that, you're a professional. It's good to keep that soil on there. Don't jiggle the soil off. I'm so pleased about this. It breaks my heart when I see seedlings like that and I haven't got time to rescue them. So this is such a bonus. Oh, I'm all happy. We're just trying to facilitate the natural processes, speed it up a bit really. If you left this area, didn't manage it, just left it completely, maybe in 50, 100 years your native bush would have come through. We're just trying to speed up that natural process and trying to avoid invasion by, weed species that would slow down that process.
Essential to the development and maintenance of the reserve is the team of dedicated volunteers and the regular Saturday working bees, where jobs are handed out, like keeping the tracks walkable.
And we're basically looking to line these paths here, and if some could be spread just along here, it gets awfully wet.
Another task might involve heading out to Kite Island to remove invasive blackberry and ivy, smothering native trees and plants.
I think people enjoy working in the working bees. They enjoy the fellowship, they enjoy the camaraderie, getting out in the open, working together on a project, on a particular area, seeing the progress we make, the sense of achievement, the sense of being part of something bigger than any of us could do on our own. We don't have a system whereby there's a foreman and we tell everyone what to do. We need people who've who've got the initiative and the enthusiasm to just do what they think needs to be done within reason. Absolutely have needed and still need people who are generous with their time, their talents, whatever they can do. We welcome anyone in any capacity. It takes a lot of volunteer hours. You need groups of people who are willing to commit to it for the long haul. Those people can change over the years, but you still need a core of people who have the vision and the passion to make it work.
Thanks to Christine and the Army of Helpers, the reserve isn't just a place to visit, it's an example of what a community coming together can achieve. On the way to your next stop, why not take a closer look at the variety of trees? Happy exploring, and remember, there's always room for one more volunteer. Enjoy your journey.